makes the ultimate controller. We're talking about terrain control, movement control, we even control the dice itself, everything you need to disrupt enemies and set up your DPS to land a final blow. We pick up everything to manipulate enemy saves and attack roll, Tides of Chaos and Bad Luck from Wild Magic Sorcerer, Guiding Words from Sorcerer-Bard, Portent Die from the Divination Wizard, and the lucky feat we have stacked 4 times just to reroll the dice. We're basically the dice god. Not to mention we are still a full caster build, the best controller in the game, Hold Monster, Hold Person, Haste, Dissonant Whispers, all sorts of buffs and debuffs you could ask for packed into one arcane arsenal. So with that out of the way, let's get into the nitty-gritty with 6 levels in Wild Magic Sorcerer for con save proficiency, Wild Magic Surge shenanigans for even more crowd control, and of course the Tides of Chaos and Bad Luck to mess with the dice. For the cost of 2 sorcery points, let's us add a d4 to yours and your party's attack roll, saving throws, and ability check. If you ever find yourself needing to pass a conversation, consider being game over. And it does the same for your enemy, adding a minus d4 turning hits into misses. So if you ever spot an unused spell slots, you might as well convert them into sorcery points. Tides of Chaos works similarly to Bad Luck, but instead gives you advantage roll and only for yourself once per long rest. It also increases your chance of triggering a Wild Magic Surge, which you might hate it, or you might love it. When it's good, it's really good, but when it's bad, you won't last 2 or 3 turns. But personally, I love the randomness. It's honestly hilarious. And to be fair, majority of Wild Magic table are crowd control or debuffs, even if sometimes we get caught in it too. Moving on to 4 levels in Sorcerer-Bard, the all-singing, all-dancing crap of the world.
We are the all-singing, all-dancing crap of the world.
We aim for Guiding Words, which also does the same thing like Bad Luck, dealing dice rolls with attack roll and saving throws with a d6. And that's not all. Bards get extra skill proficiencies at level 1 and 3, and Jack of all trades as cherry on top. You can turn this build into a trap spotter, lockpicker, even as your theft. On top of that, Bards gain an extra short rest at level 2. Let's step back for a second. You can invest in higher sorcerer levels and get access to higher level spells. Leave Bard at 3 and 9 sorcerer so you can grab Hold Monster. But for now, in the name of character creation, our last stop will be the Divination Wizard for the Portent Die. Now you can grab those higher level spells via learning scrolls, while we're kept at 3rd level sorcerer spells at this point. Now, I could have just put the rest of my levels into Bard or Sorcerer. Bard gets short rest, Bardic Inspiration, and Sorcerer get access to higher level spells. But which one do you want? Which one fits your playstyle? My 6-4-2 or 6-5, maybe with a Warlock tip? Fin Warlock has command spell. Or 2 Warlock for a solid Eldritch Blast. Maybe 7-5 or even 9-3 to get 5th level spells. Speaking of spells, let's break down what I personally like to pick. Nothing too deep since everyone got their own preferences. For cantrips, basically we can get all of them through multiclassing and we get Vicious Mockery from Bard. At 1st level spells, let's grab Shield and Long Strider for buffs, of course. Jump Person for conversations, Fog Cloud for AoE control, Dissonant Whispers as a non-concentration single target CC, topped with a tiny heal from Healing Word. At 2nd level spells, Hold Person and later Hold Monster from scrolls are the bread and butter for Stunner tool and setting up crits. Maybe Silence from Bard, then Blindness and Troll as a non-concentration CC, enhanced ability for checks, and of course Misty Step. At 3rd level spell, Counterspell and Haste are top priority, and Sleet Storm is my favorite AoE control. For ability scores, definitely max out Charisma, 16 Dex for Initiative, And 14 con is enough for holding concentration with con save proficiency. For the feats, as the reroller, of course, let's take lucky. And now we have 4 times more to reroll the dice. You can dual wield a staff, or you can just bump your charisma if you choose a race that has shield proficiency, like the humans, like Gale and Will. Equipping a shield instantly patches up the weakness of a squishy caster, or some race that has medium armor proficiency like the Giths. I don't think there's much to say about the items. Just grab anything that boosts your spell save DC, and maybe you can be a part-time healer with the healing word. So pros and cons. On the plus side, this is perfect if you're chasing that classic mage build, like the Gandalf team build, ranged, squishy, and fully leaning into spell casting. I think a lot of people still aim to achieve that goal with a full caster build, a single class sorcerer, or a single class wizard, but still trying not to be boring like me. Mechanically, it's an excellent support build, especially in a party that plays around saving throws, like my stunning monk, helping them land their stuns more consistently. And I think it just fits in any kind of party just fine. Making enemies miss and your team hit more often is always valuable. The downside is the limited access to higher level spells, especially if you enjoy playing around those spells and you know how powerful they are. And you're also so reliant on resources, since a lot of your power comes from features like bent luck, cutting words, and they are reset on a long rest. And that's it for the build, the ultimate reroller, the controller build. Thank you for sticking till the end. I hope this worth a while. That's all I've got. I'll see you next time.